Hello everybody and welcome back to Jack's Aquatics, and today we're going to be rescuing two sick bettas and showing you how I treat them. Okay, so pretty much I went to my local fish store and I looked in the back because I knew sometimes they have sick bettas, and I looked and sure enough there was these two male bettas and they did not look great. So the first one is this blue male betta. He has really bad pop-eye, you can see it there. Really bad pop-eye, but he's a really pretty fish. He was originally 15, because you can see the prices still. He was originally 15, but again, he was just in the back little room. I just poked my head in and saw him. Then the second one was this red one. I honestly don't think there's too much wrong with him. I think he's honestly just a little bit skinny. His fins are a bit torn. Sorry, you can't really see him. He's moving around a bit. His fins are a bit torn. But otherwise, I think he's pretty good. He doesn't look too injured. He might have a little bit of fin rot, but I'm going to treat that. So I went up to the owner, and I'm like, hey, there's two sick bettas in the back. What are you going to do with them? And he's like, my fish guy, my fish and reptile guy, is not going to be until tomorrow. And I honestly think, nothing against this fish store, but I don't think they'd really actually treat them. I think they just kind of let them, either they survive or they don't. Because even if they treat them, that's going to cost them for medication. And then they take a while to look good again to sell. So they probably just wouldn't. So I was like, would you give me a discount price? He's like, I'll give you them half price off. And so this one was originally 20, that one was 15. I said, would you do 5 for that one instead of 10 for half off? He says, nah, it's a little too low. I'm like, 7? He's like, okay, you can have that one for 7. I'm like, this one's originally 15. Will you do 5? He's like, yeah, sure. So I ended up coming home with these two bettas. This one definitely has pop-eye, and this one I honestly don't know what's wrong with. He just looks skinny and his fins are torn. But I'm going to show you how I treat them, and then I'll show you later once they're healed. And I'm actually going to use them as a breeding project with my female betta. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so I found these two bins in our basement. And 100%, I do not think this is big enough for the bettas permanently. This is probably 3 gallons. And we just use for arts and crafts. They're just bins I found in our storage room. But definitely do not put your betta in this tank for their life. That's not okay. I do not think that these should be put in anything less than a 5-gallon. These guys, once they're healed up, they'll be going in a 10-gallon that's split with a tank divider, that size, just split with a tank divider, all planted. I'll show you that tank as well. But they'll be going in there. This is just temporary, just for treatment. So I'll just show you how I set these tanks up. Okay, so here's my setup. This in here, there's a sick guppy. I normally have the light, it's just down there. But there's a sick guppy in there. I'm treating her just with aquarium salt. That's what I'm going to be treating the betta with pop-eye. Again, there's normally a light. There's an air stone in there. No heater because our house is pretty warm. The bettas are definitely going to have heaters though. So these are the two tubs. I know they say scrunchy set and Harry Potter stickers. They were just used for that a while ago. I just don't want to take them off in case. They're my sister's. She's probably going to use them again. Whatever. So I'm going to fill these up. Make sure you don't fill too high because bettas are notorious jumpers and then jump out of the tank. You're going to want to have a sponge filter. 2 small sponge filters. I have 2 of them. They're going to go in there. Connect that to airline tubing, and then heaters. Put small heaters. I have 2 heaters for those as well. Okay, so here's my setup. This in here, there's a sick guppy. I normally have the light, it's just down there. But there's a sick guppy in there. I'm treating her just with aquarium salt. That's what I'm going to be treating the betta with pop-eye. Again, there's normally a light. There's an air stone in there. No heater because our house is pretty warm. The bettas are definitely going to have heaters though. So these are the 2 tubs. I know they say scrunchy set and Harry Potter stickers. They were just used for that a while ago. I just don't want to take them off in case. They're my sister's. She's probably going to use them again. Whatever. So I'm going to fill these up. Make sure you don't fill too high because bettas are notorious jumpers and then jump out of the tank. You're going to want to have a sponge filter. 2 small sponge filters. I have 2 of them. They're going to go in there. Connect that to airline tubing, and then heaters. Put small heaters. I have 2 heaters for those as well. Okay, so the tanks are all filled up. I only filled them about that far, that much water. and that much water. I just didn't want them jumping. That's like the worst possibility. So yeah, I just used this. Now I'm gonna show you how I treat it. So actually, hold on one second. Okay, so I filled it up about that far. I didn't want them, if there were jumpers. I know that's a very big amount of water missing, but I just don't want any possible case scenario of them jumping. This is the tank they're eventually going to be going in. Yes, I know there's a guppy in there. I just might as well put him in there. This is the tank that's split. It's a 10-gallon. Yeah, that's the tank they'll be going in once they get better. Okay, so my first method is for the Popeye. I use the... okay, so my first method is Popeye, because one definitely is very good Popeye. This is just aquarium salt. I just got some of it from my neighbor. I didn't have any. It's 1 teaspoon per 10 gallons. So I think this is only like, hold on. I think this is only like 3-4 gallons. So I don't really see what a teaspoon would be good for. So I'm just gonna do like a pinch. And this is not really the same as table salt. I know it's like, it's just pretty much salt, but I don't know. I don't really know the difference, but I just got it because it's worked really well. My female betta had she had Popeye, real bad Popeye, and this method really worked well. And so then, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do for the Popeye. And then I'm also gonna put botanicals like leaves and pine cones. That's really good, so I'll show you how to do that too. And for the red betta, I don't think he has Popeye, but he could have a little bit of fin rot maybe. And I honestly don't know if this aquarium salt will help that at all, but I'm just gonna put a little bit. It should boost his immune system a tiny bit, just less than the guy with Popeye. And then yeah, same, I'm gonna put botanicals and a sponge filter and heater. Okay, so how am I gonna get the botanicals is I'm gonna I think these are oak leaves. Oh, hold on, let me look. Yeah, I think these are oak. These are the oak. Yeah, those look like oak to me. I found them in my yard. And I'm gonna get some water boiling. Just turn that on. Once it's boiling, oh, not plugged in. Once it is boiling, I'm just gonna pour it on the leaves, and then obviously let it cool down, and then pour that in the tank. I'm also gonna put the leaves themselves in the tank. I'm gonna put some floating plants as well. Okay, so the water's boiled. I just poured it in with the leaves. Just stir it around once in a while. That should get all the tannins out. And that'll be really good. And then put the leaves itself in the tank. Okay, so this is it. And this one is for the red betta. And then we got a heater. We got a sponge filter. I know this looks absolutely terrible, but it's makeshift, it's temporary. This is for the blue one. This is for the guppy. The guppy's been in there for a bit already. Honestly, I think she's doing okay. She just had a little bit of swim bladder issue, I think. And then yeah, that's the setup. I'm gonna add the tannins. I'm gonna add some floating plants as well. Okay, so this is it. It's just floating plants. Added some fake plants, heater, filter, floating plants, fake plants, heater, filter, and then I'm still gonna add the leaves. I cannot believe I forgot to do this. I didn't dechlorinate the water. Luckily, I was about to start acclimating the betta. I remembered, make sure you dechlorinate your water. I used this big bottle. I think it was like 12 bucks. PetSmart lasts you forever. I mean, I have 10 tanks, so it doesn't last that long, but use this. The measurements are in the back. I think it's like 5 mils. I lost the measuring cup, but I can kind of just eye it. This is also good for like healing fins and stuff. I'm gonna put some of that in too. But yeah, that's the chlorinator. You need that. Your fish will die otherwise. Okay, so now I'm gonna get these guys acclimating. The red one, it's going in this tank. I'm not gonna use the water they were in because the water is really dirty. Because they were in like a little tiny cup. And the blue one is gonna go in this one. The blue one has a higher salt concentration because this guy's eyes really bad. That's how you treat Popeye. And I know this salt works because this female betta right here, she had really bad Popeye, and now she's totally healthy. She's the female I'm gonna eventually breed them with. So this salt method, like for my female betta, her eye was not even as bad. It took about 2 weeks. These guys could be in here for a bit, so just make sure you do water changes, top ups, and then definitely feed them. Obviously, feed them really good quality food. I'm gonna be feeding them. Excuse me, mess. It's kind of a crazy fish room. I'm gonna be feeding them this stuff or betta food. It's really healthy. It's really good for them. Feed them good quality food, especially now. Okay, so this whole tannin thingy didn't really work. I'll just show them. It didn't like put any tannins in this water. I also might not have waited long enough. I just didn't really want to just use boiling water, but at least now it sinks. I'm just gonna let these cool off a bit in this container because again, it's still really hot. I'm sure it'll be fine, but just let them cool off a bit, and then that will release tannins. That will help heal their fins as well. Not fully, you're gonna need medication still, but this stuff will help. Okay, so I've opened up the bags. They went acclimating for about 15 minutes. Then all you want to do is just get like a cup, get the tank water poured into the bag. Do that a couple times and then you can let them go. Okay, so I've been repeating the process of just adding water, letting them get adjusted, and then like adding more for about 45 minutes now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this cup and, hold on. Okay, so I've been repeating the process of adding water and then and then letting it sit and adding water and letting it sit for about 45 minutes-ish. So now I'm gonna take this betta. You don't want to use the water the betta came in because it's kind of like there's a lot of waste and like probably a lot of nitrates and ammonias. So I'm just gonna carefully pour this out. Here, hold on. I'm gonna grab a different container. Okay, that's better. Oh, that's not big enough. This bowl should work. You see? There we go. So this bowl, and then you're just gonna wanna slowly pour this betta out. Okay, so I got it. And then I'm just gonna lift it and slowly put it in the tank. There we go. Okay, so the first betta is in the tank back there. You're gonna be a little stressed at first, but it's really bad quality. Hold on, it's a little blurry. The heck? I don't know why it's blurry, but the fish is in there. She's just, oh, there it is. He's in there. Perfect. Then, excuse the video quality on that last one. I don't know what really happened. I think it just went out of focus. This is the second male. This guy's got like the bad Popeye. So again, I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna tilt it over the net and just slowly pour it in. Shoot. Okay, hold on. I just gotta dump some of this water out. It's making a bit of a mess. You're just gonna want to have a towel. Okay, he's in the net. And then you're just gonna want to gently take the net and put it in the tank. Okay, there he is. You can see the Popeye's bad. And there's a little bit of dirt on the bottom, but I think that's mainly just tannins and just a little bit of dirt from the sponge filter. I squeezed it out to like make it sink. You can see him there and him there. They're a little bit stressed out, but I'll give you an update. Well, it will only be a couple seconds for you at the end of the video, but I'll show you what they look like after however long it takes to treat them.